YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, run and check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shawty just left me on scene. Yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls.
Oh my God, girls, that YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, run and check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shawty just left me on scene. Yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. On my gossip, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal, but for my EDD right now. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room.
Wow.
Ooh, now it's not comfortable.
This Paul George is moving too. Current level 40.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those moves, man. 5. Finish.
Good take.
Big D. Big D, no threes.
No threes.
Boom corner.
Help, help, help. Yep.
Stuff.
Stay on. Yep, no threes, no threes.
Good. Switch on screen? Yeah, yeah.
And as they gear up for this challenge on the road, a look at the Cavs team bus getting to the arena. It's all business for these guys tonight. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now here's Garland. Stolen by Hero. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots from the baseline. And he buries his first look.
Now, Wiggins is a good mid-range shooter. When he's in a rhythm, faced up like that, they'll take it.
Outside Hunter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Grant, for the Cavs to take that next step in terms of contending, what do you think has to happen?
Well, number one, enhancing their ability to put pressure on the rim. When you look at their rate of free throws and offensive rebounds, there is big room for improvement.
You know, Herter's such a talented swing man, and every year he seems to find a way to add a little bit of something to his game.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Granger. We saw him with 39 points last game.
The offense just opens up if your playmaker comes from that 4 or 5 spot, and Bam does such a great job of it.
Mobley passes to Garland. And that one's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. The rebound by Ware. Miami has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. And guys, Coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to trap him when they can. It's a tall task for the defense. BA?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Boy, hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the coaching staff and this team, they count on Allen for those second chance opportunities, so he collects 2 more.
Shot's good by Granger.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
For Cleveland, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Mitchell, the pass to Garland. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Mobley, no good.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
I just love the ball move.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. This, their first chance to take a look at the Heat this season.
Even though they had the better roster. They actually lost the season series to this team last year.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Donovan Mitchell. Cavaliers trail by 10. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called, whether it's center or forward. It doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Mitchell. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 11. Here's Granger. Second chance shot. And Wiggins lays it up and in.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Hunter passes to Garland. Hits a three-pointer. Garland's got 5.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
Here's Granger. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Cavaliers trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Allen. Missed inside. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Granger passes to Hero. Here's Ware. From the arc. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Garland for 3. Cleveland the rebound. That one goes. Count it.
And we talk about how Mitchell does a little of everything. I mean, that was just great hustle.
Pass to Ware. No good that time. Great D that time from Allen. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Garland for 3. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. Miami with the ball. Here's Granger. Misses the 3. Hunter passes to Garland. Here's Allen, and it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Hero. Cashes in the first attempt of the game.
And just totally relentless. Only intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Miami out in front, up by
15.
It's change here for Miami. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Hunter comes in for Tyson. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Okoro. And Garland is subbed in for Jerome. They've got Andrew Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's the captain in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Back to Adebayo. He shoots a three. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Bam averaged 5 assists per game during that breakout campaign in 2020, and he's at it again.
Here's Mitchell. And too long on the shot.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Burks, to the paint. From 9 feet out, and that's good for 2. Rangers got 5 points now in the quarter.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. The jump hook. And it's good on the lay-in. Rangers got 27.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Allen. Outside Hunter. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Shot's good by Granger.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Allen. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Heat out in front, opening up a huge gap. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
On the court for the Cavaliers, Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. Pass to Granger. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Rangers got 32 points in the game.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Hits both from the stripe. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Heat foul. Granger.
Miami making a switch here. Jovic is checked in.
Team foul. Now in the game, Jovic.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Miami making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Oh, from deep. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Garland. Lays it up and banks it in. Garland's got 11 points.
And that's just a tough shot from Garland, taking the contact.
Hero, the pass to Jovic. Here's Granger. 4-3. No good on the shot. Inside. Here's Mitchell. Yes. And a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Pass to Jovic. Here's Granger. Hits the trifecta. Granger's got 41.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Hunter up top. Robinson defending. Nifty move. That shot is off. Miami has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Pass to Hero. Here's Jovic. Down low. Here's Granger. That one no good. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. And here's Garland.
And there's just one foul now away from the finish.
Mitchell's checked in for Miami. Okoro is checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Garland.
On the court.
So both teams changing it up here. Burks against Mitchell. Pass to Granger. He tries for 3. Sinks the tray. Granger's got 44.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Jaime Jaquez out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Jovic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Garland, the pass to Okoro. Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Inside. Here's Garland. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Here's Granger. And again, it's Miami converting.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Mitchell against Burks. Pass to Jaquez. Here's Granger. Anderson passes to Granger. Hits yet again. Wow! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Heat.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And one player just... So no problem for Miami as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Oh my God, girl, is that YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, run, they check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shawty just left me on scene, yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. Oh my God, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD right now. I ain't...
You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. Shout out to the Shake Squad and shout out to the Rise community. Shout out to everybody playing NBA 2K25. I want you to have a fun and safe summer. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you guys out there in the city.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Bash. We're reporting live from 2K TV, man. This summer, I want you to get out there, have fun, ball out till you can't ball no more. My one tip is, man, try something new. Promise you're gonna enjoy yourself. Hey, and don't forget, make sure you're out there splashing, all right?
Stand up and make some noise for your Miami Heat. At center, 7 feet, number 7,
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Trae Young, Niang out there with Riza. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Daniels, and it's shooting guard. And for Miami, Tyler Hero out there with the captain. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center. And this game starts the elimination round for the NBA Cup tournament. All teams won their respective groups, but only one can advance.
Yeah, this tourney can kind of sneak up on you. Suddenly, the intensity is much higher, and so are the stakes.
Now Daniels, after the missed 3 from Granger. And Young now, top of the key. To the paint. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Young.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Three-pointer, Granger. A three-pointer is right on target. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. And now just over a minute played here in the first. No good on the three.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat, culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, God. Have been there forever, and that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Granger with the bucket.
And Adebayo's such an excellent passer as a center, finding the open man right there.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. On its way from Young for 2, and Ware pulls it down.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Young against Granger. Shoots. Atlanta again missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And yes, it's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Following the score by Miami. Young dishes to Daniels. Passes it to Niang. They need this. And it's Miami with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And a lot of that was game plan. Putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Nance comes in for George Niang. Mans checked in for Dyson Daniels. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Young. Now here's LeVert. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, this is Capella using his height the best way he can to save the possession.
Granger outside. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 10. LeVert lays it up and banks it in.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Robinson passes to Anderson. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Three-pointer, Granger, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, sometimes this seems too easy for Capella. The hoop is right there for him.
Here's Mitchell. Good work there as it goes.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The pass to LeVert. Granger with the rebound. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 20-7 run. Mitchell dishes to Granger. It's good. Granger's got 14 points for the game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Rizashea. Launches a three. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Heat.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Granger from outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's the Miami Heat in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second. We'll go for a different look here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Jaquez. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with the captain, and it's Jaquez in its small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Nance outside. Young for three. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5. The Heat leading by 22. Granger misses. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
LeVert the pass to Capella. They could use a bucket. It's hauled in by the Heat.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. Always respected Coach Snyder. And some changes here for the Heat. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Jaime Jaquez. Mann's checked in for the Hawks. Back to LeVert from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeVert's got his second basket of the night.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor.
Granger with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Good on the three-point shot. Granger's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Rizashea with it. Robinson on him. Now, Rizashea. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Miami ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Daniels out there with Trae Young. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's George Niang. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Basket counts. Young's got his first basket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Granger outside. Shoots a three. Good! Another from three. He's really sniping him from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Hero against Young. Here's Niang. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Count the basket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The dish to Okongwu. And it's blocked. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Here's Mitchell. Again, the Heat. Good for 2.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Down low, here's Adebayo. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
On the wing, Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But, boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensively.
And it's Miami with another.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. In the corner, Daniels. No good from outside.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Granger misses.
As a defender, doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Reza Shea, covered by Mitchell. And it's Reza Shea missing. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 19-7 run.
Yeah, the defender all over.
George Niang. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Granger. 2.
The free throw drops for Granger. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Miami. Duncan Robinson comes in for Mitchell. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now, here's Capella. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's LeVert. Great D that time from Adebayo. The Heat have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. The shot's good from Granger.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Hero against LeVert. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Miami Heat holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.